Okay, guys. Hello there and welcome. It is another Friday and another Pilates class. I did twist my ankle yesterday pretty bad, so I'm not really going to probably be needing to do much footwork, but just so you know, if you see me doing anything wonky, that is why. So we will go ahead and slowly begin. I'm going to go ahead and scooch back and we'll start lying down, of course, on our back side. Starting with the knees bent, feet grounded on the floor. We'll want our knees and feet to be hip bone width distance apart, narrow stance with the arms stretched down long and slightly angled away, 45 degrees with the palms facing up. Shoulders, of course, rolled open to broaden our chest space. Then feel the crown of your head reaching to the back of your mat to elongate your cervical spine as if you were nestling a tennis ball between your chin and your chest. Let your eyes close softly, bringing the focus inward. Start by taking a deep inhale through your nose. Softly pursed lips, let the breath spill out of the body. Again, deep breath in, filling all the way up. Slow, steady exhale, make sure that you empty out completely. The breath in pulls from the pit of your belly, lifts into the ribs, comes all the way up into the top of your chest. As you exhale, empty from the top of your chest, down through your ribs, and that final squeeze out through lower belly region. The ribs then will expand as you inhale, filling your lungs. Knitting the ribs back together to midline as you squeeze the breath out on your exhale. Soft, easy breath in. Strong, powerful exhale back out. Very audible now. Inhaling, the belly will rise and your core muscles stay relaxed. Forcing the breath out with power engages the muscles. So firm up your belly, contract your core. Feel your navel pull towards your spine. Continue to stay here with this breath as you connect mind and body and build up the relationship between your breath and your core. See if you can pull the abs in even deeper each time you breathe out. 4 more cycles of breath. And as you're breathing in and out, take this time also to clear your mind. Set everything else aside so you can be present and mindful within your practice and within your body. Let's do one more breath in big. And then when you breathe out, begin to slowly open the eyes. Once your eyes have opened, take a step out with either foot so the feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Your knees will follow so you have a wide stance with your legs. Then you're going to take your arms out to a T with the palms faced up, really anchoring your arms to the floor to act as a support system. Well, then next you'll inhale to take your legs over to the right side of your workspace. Use your core strength on the exhale. Slowly bring the legs back up to center. Then you'll lower your legs to the left, breathing in. And then firm up your belly and lift the legs to center, breathing out. Continue this windshield wiper movement while we work into the hips and lower back. And learn to use our core to move other parts of our body, being that now our legs. Let's do 2 more to each side. Really trying to keep the majority of your upper body really still and stable, only allowing just the lower back to lift off the floor. Let's do that 1 more to each. Inhaling. Exhaling 1 last time over to the left, breathing in. Pulling up on the exhale and pausing here. Let's then heel toe the feet in so they're back to hip width. Take a breath in here. Firm up the belly again. Use your core strength now to lift your feet off the floor. Pull your knees to your chest and place your hands on your knees. From here, we'll draw circles with the legs, both of which are moving in the same direction to start. Rolling out your SI joints just above your tailbone. And take a moment to pause and then reverse the direction. Feeling this rocking and rolling within the back body. Noticing the movement. And then coming back into still. Now, when we come into still, feel then your SI joints equally anchored to the floor. From there, take your legs into tabletop, and then hugging the legs together will help support this position of the body. The knees should be right above your hips. You're gonna know when they're there because the core is active to protect your lower back in this space. And then the arms can stay either close beside if you'd like. If you want more support, take them out to a T. If you want less support, you'll lift your arms up to the sky. Inhaling now, shift your legs slightly to the right. It's a very small movement, not letting your SI joints leave the floor or wobble or seesaw. Core strength, exhale to pull the legs back to starting point. Inhale next, the legs lower to your left. Again, make sure the SI joints aren't coming off the ground, and then exhaling into center. We're going to continue this movement now. So similar into the side to side motion like we just had done with our windshield wipers, but much more controlled now. So the core is actually working the majority of the time to not only bring the legs back to their center position, but to support the SI joints when they move to one side. If your arms are lifted, they do have a tendency to lean in the opposite direction the legs move in. So just be mindful that they stay nice and quiet. Breath in, breath out. Let's do one more to each. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Good. The knees, then draw to your chest, hands on your knees. Let's now take some thigh stirs. Inhale to separate the legs, opening them out as wide as you can. Circle them through on the exhale. Again, inhale for the opening of, exhale for the sweep around. Continue this movement here. Massaging the hip flexors, but also working on the mobility of your hips. So the opening of your legs is probably the most important piece within this movement here. Let's do 2 more cycles through. Inhale, exhaling. Last one here. Breath in, opening up. Exhale, circling through, and then pausing. Take both hands to your right knee as the left leg stretches to the floor. The foot flexes to anchor the leg down. The right leg hugs into body. The shoulders drop from the ears. Start drawing circles with your right foot, which warms up your ankle. The reverse direction. Wonderful. Foot then comes into still and the right arm extends out to its side. Palm is up and shoulders anchored to floor. As many breaths as needed, the leg will cross over to your left while you look over that right shoulder for a spinal twist. Remember to always ease into the space and use your breath to guide you. Breathe deeply here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, breath in big. Empty completely. Once more, inhaling. When you exhale, the belly firms and you unwind your body. Come back through center. Once you have, let that right leg stretch out, meeting your left. And then the left knee will draw in. Both hands will hold on, and you'll slowly hug the leg in closer to your body. That stretches out your glutes and lower back. Draw circles with your foot. I am not going to because this is my ouchie side. So again, just rolling out your ankle. I've done enough of that for the rest of my life. Good, then reverse direction. Good, then foot comes back into still and the left arm extends out to its side. The shoulder presses in, and then as many breaths as you need here, the leg will cross to the right side. You'll look over left shoulder, rotation here. Make sure that the back of your left shoulder stays grounded. If you find it head lifted, which definitely happens more than not, you're just going to press it back down. Feel the expansion and contraction of your midsection while you breathe in and out. Good, one last inhale. Firm up the belly, unwind on the exhale, and stay here. Now both hands back to that left knee. Take a breath in. Firmed belly now as you hover your right leg off the floor and hold it there, either a flexed foot or pointed toes, either way to keep that leg active and strong. So ab strength to keep the legs suspended in air. Let's exhale next to lift up the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, eyes to your navel. Elbows swept up and shoulders pulled away from the ears. Breathe in deep. Breathe out deep. Good, let's take our hands behind the head. Elbows pull back and widen the arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, one more inhale here. And then let's switch the legs out. Exhale, right leg pulls in, left leg extends away, and we hold this space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, keep the head lifted. Just return your hands to your right knee now. Good, as you exhale next, return the head and shoulders to the floor. Keep that left leg strong and still. Take one more inhale. Hold the left knee in on the exhale, hand on that knee, and just gently rock side to side. Good. And come back into still and return your feet to the floor. Let's next take the right ankle and cross it over the left knee. We're going to flex that foot, hand to the inner thigh, and we're going to push the leg away from us. What that will really do is help to open up the hip. We're going to keep our left foot grounded for this. I want us to work on a different version of our figure 4. So we're going to focus on trying to find our fullest range of motion. So every body is going to be different, but just trying to find it within yourself. Let's take a breath in. You're going to lean to your left on the exhale, but leaning as far over as you can while maintaining stability within your upper body. Maybe that right foot can touch ground. Option, never a requirement, yeah? And then inhale, lift the legs back up, starting point. Again, leaning to the right when you breathe, or left, sorry, leaning to the left when you breathe out, stretching your right hip, yeah? And then come back to center on an inhale. Let's do 3 more of these. Lean slow, exhaling. Again, keeping the upper body centered, squared, and still. Inhale, pulling, excuse me, back up to center. Again, leaning slow. And as you lean, notice what's happening to the stretch on the right side. Come back through center, breath in, 1 more. Leaning slow to your left. Good, lift the legs up on an inhale. Let the stretch release. Exhale, we'll go to the other side, left ankle over right knee. Push through the heel of your foot, hand to the thigh, and then press the leg out, opening your hip space. You can keep the hand there for guidance, or you can remove it if you wish. Take an inhale now into your left hip. When you lean now on the exhale, you're going to the right side. And then feel within your left hip what's happening when you do. Ooh, and then come back through center. So generally, again, with your exhale, start to lean to the right. That stretch begins to travel and wrap around to the glute section. Lift on and inhale. We'll do 3 more here. Exhaling. Inhaling, coming back through. Twice more. Lean. And lift. Breathe in. 1 last time. Lean to the right. As far over as you can. And then lift up on an inhale. And then release the stretch. Exhale, foot to the floor. Right leg now will lift up to the sky. Hold the back of the leg with both hands and press your tailbone to the ground. Feel the leg push into the hands away from the body first for length. And then you're going to fight that energy by pulling the leg in a bit closer to your body. All the while making sure the knee doesn't bend in. If the knee starts bending, you've lost your stretch and the pull in is too much. So you're still going to press the leg into the hands to get that deep stretch to the backside. Inhale into the hamstring and exhale. Again, breath in, breath out. We'll add to that now. Breathing in, flex your foot, heel to sky. Pointing the toes as you exhale. A couple more just like that. Heel to sky, inhaling, feeling that within your calf. And then pointing the toes on the exhale to get to the shin and top of foot. Let's do one more. Inhaling. Exhaling with pointed toes, but keeping the toes pointed. You're going to release the stretch, meaning you're just going to release that pull back energy so the leg draws forward a bit, and you're going to slide your hands down towards your right hip. The leg is straight up to the sky now, nice and vertical. We're going to do a core exercise, climbing the tree. So remember, we're climbing up the leg for 4 counts. We're holding there for a breath in. We're climbing back down for 4 counts. When we climb up, our head, neck, and shoulders lift off the floor, and the grip of our hands is super light. You're barely touching the leg. We're focusing on using our ab strength to lift us, not our arm strength, yeah? So let's take a breath in. Climbing up 4 counts for 4, 3, 2, look towards the foot and hold here, breathe in. Your shoulders should be away from your ears. And then climb down, 4, 3, 2, back to the bottom, breathe in again, prepare it. Climb up, 4, 3, 2, 1, stay here, inhale. Climb back down, 4, 3, 2, let's do that one more time, inhale. Can we climb up higher? Not through your arms, remember, through your abs. 3, 4, stay here, inhale. Climb back down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then place your foot to the ground, release. Let's do the other side, left leg lifting to the sky. Hold the back of the leg and anchor down. Right, the tailbone. Push leg forward first. Meet the energy by drawing in last for the stretch itself, right? So the hamstring stretch is a bit of a process. So you can really feel what's happening. Sometimes we lose our tailbone grip, so we press back in, and you're going to feel immediately the back of the leg get a deeper stretch. Holding the space, you're going to inhale to flex your left foot, heel to sky, and then point the toes. Oof. Not for me, thank you. Flex the foot, heel to sky. And then point the toes. Also, sorry that Bodhi isn't here. He's a little aloof this morning. One more time, heel to sky. No kitty today. Exhale, he's still tuckered out from the other day at the park. All right, let's stay here with the toes pointed. Still holding the leg, but releasing the pull back so the leg has to draw out in front of you just a little bit more. Hands will slide down closer towards the hip now. Again, the leg is straight, strong, and still. Take an inhale. Climbing up for 4 counts, 4. Core strength, 3, 2, 1. Stay here on an inhale. Take it back down for 4, 4, 3, to the bottom, 2, 1. Good. Inhale again, preparing. Exhale at 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale deep. Climbing down, 4, 3, 2, to the bottom. Last time here, guys. Inhale. Keep the shoulders plugged into their sockets as you come up. 3, 2, 1. Stay here, breathing in. Climbing down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then gently bend the knee and take your foot to the floor. Make sure that your knees and feet are back to hip width. The feet are slid underneath the knees, not in front of. Arms are down close beside you now with your fingertips stretching down to your heels. When you breathe in next, lift the arms up to the sky, then overhead behind you. As you do, feel the ribs seal in the spine and print to the floor. When you exhale, open the arms out wide and circle them back down beside you again. Again, lift up and over, breathe in, press the spine to the floor, shoulder blades draw down your backside. Open wide and sweep down, exhale. Let's add to this with some core work. Inhale the same, arms overhead. Here's where it changes. Exhale, lift up head, neck, and shoulders. As the arms sweep down beside you, take them to a hover now. Return to the floor again, breathe in, arms overhead. Exhale, peel up, eyes to your navel as you come up. Inhale, coming back down. Let's do 2 more. Arms are stiff like a board when they land. Once more. Exhale, circle down. Lift up, pause here. Pump the arms. Move nothing else within the body except for that. Inhale. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Now legs to tabletop. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Legs to sky this time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come down a third of the way. Breathe in with the legs. Good. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Another third. Yeah, breathe in. Oh, yes. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out a little bit lower now. Yeah, breathe in. Point those toes. Breathe out. Squeeze those legs together. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more times. Breathe in. Yeah. Breathe out. Once more. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Then rest. Knees in, head down, rock gently side to side. Just starting to warm the body up. Warm up that powerhouse. All right, let's go ahead. Take your feet back to the ground. Stretch the legs out long. Push through your heels. Lift your toes to the sky. Squeeze the legs to midline. Hugging everything into center really helps to keep you secured and stable. Sorry. Arms overhead. Hands wider than, just slightly wider than shoulder width. Shoulder blades pull down, ribs seal in, core is active. Roll-ups. Inhale, start to peel up your arms, your head, your shoulders. Exhale, slowly pull the body up to seated using powerhouse. You're going to hinge from the hips to fold over your legs. Arms are elevated, head is heavy, and the shoulders are away from your ears. Stack tall when you breathe in. Tuck your tailbone under, scoop your belly out, round your backside, and roll to the ground with control. Never let your legs relax. They are power for a reason. We start on an inhale. About the tips of your shoulder blades is when you begin to exhale. Lift your heart up to the sky. Posture before the fold. We want to get as much space between the vertebrae as possible, so sitting upright helps with that. Stack tall, breathe in. Always remember to look straight ahead while you're coming down so that the chin doesn't dive into your chest. If you want more of a challenge, keep the arms lined up with your ears throughout the exercise. Here we go again. Inhale, start it up. Good, fold. Deep, deep stretch here, all the way from backs of heels through crown of head. Inhaling upright. Arms as if they're trying to pull behind the ears, just slightly on the way down. We're going to do one more, and if you want to here, stack your hands on top each other on the forehead, palms to sky and elbows wide. Keep the hands glued. Inhale, the lift starts. Good, we're hinging, we're stretching, we're folding. Then we're going to sit up on the inhale. We're just going to stay seated. We're going to exhale to lower the arms down beside us. All right, I'm going to take a quarter turn to face forward so you can see me a little bit easier for our next few exercises. I'd like us to start with spine twist. Remember, it's that rotational movement to focus on posture and also to activate the obliques, the waistline. So with legs out in front of you, remember that you can always have a bit of a bend in your knees if you're needing. For some, that just helps them to sit taller and to release any tension in the hip flexors. Take your arms into a cactus position, or not cactus, genie position out in front of you. I've got ankle brain. All right, so make sure the elbows are not above nor below shoulder level, right in line with. Now from here on out, your arms are literally frozen in this position. The only reason they'll be moving is because your torso has moved, not because the arms have led anything. They're just along for the ride and your abs are the leader. Let's take an inhale, chest up, shoulder blades down. Exhale, take it over to the right to start. Center yourself when you inhale. Take it to the left. And again, these are really small in order to prevent the legs from moving, which essentially is the pelvis and the hips at the end of the day. Let's take it back to the right. Eyes will stay at the horizon so you don't look down at the floor. Center on and inhale. Over to the left, taller as you rotate. Come back through center. Let's do one more to each. Imagine you're wringing out a wet towel here. That was your torso. And then you're soaking back in with water when you inhale. Then you're taking it to the left. Good. Come back through center. And then gently melt forward over your legs. Let your feet relax. Let your head relax. Let the arms relax. Breathe into your back body. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Again, breath in big. Exhale, roll slowly to seated. The head will be the last thing that comes up. We're still going to be staying in the seated position here, reflexing the feet and hugging the legs together. This time the arms are going to be out in front with the palms facing down. Either spread fingers wide or pinch them in tight. Either way, again, that's energy, and energy helps with support. We're going to strengthen our back body next. Upper back between shoulder blades, shoulders themselves, and lats, which run just behind the armpits there. On an inhale, you're going to bend your elbows and pull the elbows behind you. Feel the squeeze lightly between your shoulder blades. Then on your exhale, without the elbows dropping, lift your fingertips up to the sky so the arms come into 90 degrees. That's an external rotation of the rotator cuffs within the shoulders. Then inhale, you're going to roll in, palms pressed to the floor, but only to elbow level. And then we're going to stretch the arms out in front, breathing out. Yeah. So inhale, bend elbows, draw back. Exhale, rotate up. Inhale, rotate in. Exhale, extend forward. Let's do two more. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, roll open. Inhale, roll in. Exhale, extend out. Once more. Inhale, check your posture. Check your core. Lift. Press down, breathe in. Exhale, extend arms out. And once they have, gently melt forward again. Head releases, arms release, feet relax. Breath into the back body, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Once more, breath in. Roll slowly up to seated. Arm a breath out. Again, head being the last thing to lift. Let's from here transition to tabletop, coming onto your hands and your knees. Okay. So, hands and knees, fingers spread out wide, supporting your wrists. Gripping the ground lightly with fingertips will help with that as well. Knees are underneath your hips and you're looking at the front of your workspace rather than down between your hands. Take an inhale. On your exhale, belly in and up, extend just your right arm out in front of you. Hold that space. So what happens here when we extend the arm out, we push our body weight back. So I'd like you to feel your body weight pull forward instead, and the core has to work really hard here. Take an inhale. And then exhale, return the hand back to the floor. Breathe in again. Now the right leg slowly extends back. What tends to happen here is we pull a lot of weight into our left leg. So make sure there's equal weight between that leg and both arms. Flex your right foot, point the pinky toe to the floor, and keep the hips leveled. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly take the knee back to the floor. Then breathe in. Now we start to extend the left leg behind us. Push out through the heel, pinky toe to the floor, and weight equally distributed between the three limbs. Inhale here that are grounded, right? Exhale, that left knee back to the floor. Then inhale again. Left arm this time, remember, draw weight forward. You'll feel the abs work really hard here. Take an inhale. And then exhale, the hand comes back to the floor. Now take an inhale, reach the right arm out in front of you while you extend the left leg back behind you. Now on your exhale, start to open the arm and leg out to their sides. Then return to center, breathe in. Again, feel the stability in your left arm and right leg. Center on and inhale, let's do 2 more. Woo, balance, yeah? Open out. Come back in. And you know what? Because my left foot isn't active, it really does hinder your balance. Come back through center and then return down. Yeah, that was really challenging. So always remember, flexed foot or even a pointed toe, either way. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left arm forward, right leg back. Yeah, much more stable here. Open out as you exhale. Center on and inhale. Again. Back through, breathing in. Let's do 1 or 2 more, sorry. Exhale, opening out. Heart forward, look slightly forward. Inhale to center. 1 more time. Only thing that are shifting are the arm and leg. Everything else stays like a statue. Come back through center, breathing in. Return hand and knee to the floor, breathing out. Gently sit back to your heels. Come into a child's pose. Either the legs can be close together, which stretches the lower back, or the knees can be wide to open up your hips. Take some big breaths in. Some long breaths out. Good. Breath in again. As you exhale, we're going to come out of child's pose and back to tabletop. I'd like us to get a stretch into the backs of the shoulders as well as the fronts of the shoulders. So we'll work with opposite arms. I'm going to take another quarter turn so you can see me better here as well. So we're going to start with the back of the right shoulder and the front of the left one. Right arm is going to sweep out to the side and lift up to the sky when you inhale. Let your eyes follow that hand up. It helps to open your chest. And then as you exhale, follow that arm as it threads underneath you, stretches actively over to the left, and you rest down onto that arm. Those fingers should still be spread, and the palm should face the sky. Once you've landed on the right arm, tempt the fingers of your left hand, step the hand a bit off to the side so the elbow points to the sky. Push off the fingertips, roll your chest towards the ceiling a little bit more. Once that happens, the left arm then reaches up. You're going to bend at the elbow, pull the arm behind you, take the top of the hand over towards your right hip. Will it get there? It may not though. Either way, I want that hand to stay really low on the back. If it comes up too high, it actually brings tension to the shoulder. We drop it low so that we can press the top of hand into the back and let that shoulder roll open. Deep breaths in. So back of the right shoulder, front of the left. Deep breaths out. Excuse me. Good. With your next inhale, I'd like you to take that left arm and reach it up high to the sky. When you exhale, take the hand to the floor, plant it to the ground, unwind yourself, and come back to tabletop. Other side. Left arm reaches out and up. Breathe it in. Threading through when you breathe out. Reach across the ground. Palm faces up, fingers spread. Rest on the arm. Make sure you settle in first. Then tempt the fingers of right hand, elbow to sky, push off the ground and roll your chest towards the ceiling just a little bit more. Once that has happened, the right arm extends up. You're going to sweep back, top of the hand over towards the left hip. Then press into your backside and roll your left shoulder, or right shoulder rather, open. Inhale into the back of your left and the front of your right. Stay here a couple more rounds of breath. Once more, breath in, breath out. Then on your next inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky. When you breathe out, take the hand to the floor, press into the ground, unravel back to tabletop. Wonderful. From here, Tabletop, we're going to transition onto our stomach and do some back body strengthening again. So traveling down the whole backside, we'll get shoulders, upper, middle, lower back, and glutes. So once you made your way down onto your stomach, we're going to start with the arms extended out in front of us. Have the palms facing each other first, so your thumbs point to the sky, forehead resting to the ground. My head is going to be lifted for this because you'll be able to hear me better rather than me muffling into the floor. So just make sure that your head is grounded here. The only part of your body that will move will be the arms, and you may or may not get them off the floor completely, and that's okay. This is actually going to work shoulder mobility, so don't force it, okay? Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the arms off the floor. Take the arms down, breathe in. Again, as the arms come up, you also want to lengthen the fingertips forward, but stretch the shoulder blades down your backside. Lower the arms, breathe in. Let's do 4 more. 4. Come down. 3 more. Release. 2 more times. Length, length, length. Lower on an inhale. 1 last time. Exhale, arms come up. And then the arms come back down. Good. Once they have, turn your palms to face the floor. We're going to add now to that lift, not only the arms this time, but the head and the chest. Be mindful that all 3 of those parts within your body move at once. So imagine they're frozen in spot together. Okay, so arms will always frame the ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, arms, head, and chest come up. Lower on an inhale. So this is going to strengthen your shoulders, upper back, and middle back. Again, exhale, arms, head, and chest. Lift up slow. Keep the tops of your feet into the ground. Lower, back down again. Breathe in. Let's do 4 more of these. 4. And release. 3 more. Release. 2 more times. Release. Last one here. Exhale, arms, head, and chest come up. And then return back to the floor again. Wonderful. Once you have, cross one arm over the other like genie arms like we had before. Resting forehead to forearms like a pillow. Make sure that your feet are shoulder width distance apart. Press your hips into the ground and take a breath in. Then squeeze your glutes and exhale, lift your legs off the floor. Point the toes and find length behind you. Take the legs down on an inhale, lower back and glute strengthening. Again, exhale, squeeze glutes, lifted legs, lengthen body. Lower down on an inhale. Let's do 4 more here now. Lift and release. 3 more. Good. Take it back down 2 more times. Lift and lower. Last one here. Exhale, the legs come up. And then the legs lower back to the floor again. Once they have, uncross your arms, send them out in front of you, and forehead back to the ground. Our finisher for back body, swimming. Hips are anchored down. Take an inhale. Lift everything off the ground. Exhale, arms, head, heart, and legs. Stiffen up and swim. Paddle the arms and legs up and down. Reach out through your hip joints and your shoulder joints. Keep your head steady and torso steady and heart lifted. Breath. 3. Keep on swimming. 2. Stay lifted. 1. And then release gently down. Cross your arms again to rest your forehead there. Lift your feet to the sky and windshield wipe your legs, whether it's crisscross or side to side. Just helps to loosen up the lower back. Good, and then reach the legs behind you again. Hug them together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and very gently press into it close like a child's pose. Stretching more into your lower back. So once you land here, take a deep breath in, send it down to the tailbone. Long breath out.
Again, breathe in big. And then on the exhale, go ahead and very gently pull out of your child's pose.
And then let's transition on to our left side body so we can do some hip strengthening, outer hips, right? So we're gonna work on abduction, yes. So lying on your left side to begin. You'll be in a straight line with your body and you'll be stacked up nice. Right hand is on your hip and the elbow is up to the sky. You're gonna push out through the heels of your feet. The entire left side of your body should be pressing into the ground firmly. That's gonna help you. Your top leg is going to hover and you're going to inwardly rotate the legs so the toes point straight ahead. Then you're also going to line your head, or neck rather, up with your spine so you're looking straight ahead. When you exhale, I want you to lift that leg a little bit higher using hip strength and firm up your belly. Hover the leg when you inhale. Again, lift on the exhale. Hover on the inhale. Let's go ahead and do 4 more. 4. Hover. 3 more, lift. And hover. Twice more. Good, hover, 1 last time. Leg lifts up. And then the leg comes down only half of the way. So the legs are about shoulder width distance apart. We're only going to do a few of these, 4 of these rather. So we're going to move slow. A lot of core strength needed for this one to stabilize you. Be very mindful of that elbow. On an inhale, keep your right foot flexed and start to draw that leg forward in front of you, as far forward as you can reach without the shoulder, elbow, or hip falling back. And then point your toes and reach behind you. Activate more into your glute. Again, flex the foot, pull the leg out in front, use your core strength. Point toes and reach back. 2 more times. Remember, left side body is here to help you. Once more, inhaling, flexed foot. Exhaling, pointed toes, reaching back. The leg lines up with your body. And then you gently take the leg down. From here, I'd like us to prop up onto the left forearm. So sliding that elbow underneath its shoulder and then pushing out of that shoulder. So we're not collapsing and hanging out, we're working. So the arm is strengthened. The ribs kind of hang here like a hammock. I want you to pull them in, pull them up also, so the core is active. And look how much space now I've created within myself. I'm not just dead weighted, I'm active and strong. Hand back to hip, bend at your knees, feet behind you, and then lift the feet off the floor. Clamshell. On an exhale, you're going to take that right knee and try to open it up to the sky. And then you close it back in. Again, open. Close, inhale. Check the positioning of your left side, right? So make sure you're not falling back into it. Again. And close it back down. 4 more. 4. Close. 3 more. 2 more times. Open. Good. Close. Last time. Keep the big toes connected here. Lower that right knee down 1/3 of the way and then pulse that knee using your hip strength to move. Yeah, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Legs come together, feet come to the ground. Stretch the legs out long. Lower back down on your left side and bend that right knee to the ground in front of you, tapping out your hip if you'd like. Just checking time, see where we're at. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go ahead next and take that right foot, step it behind the left leg, and then take the left leg, angle it forward a bit. Hand back to hip, elbow back to sky. Hover the left leg, flex the foot, externally rotate. When you breathe out, use your inner thigh strength to lift the leg up, push through the heel, and then hover. So I'm not able to flex my foot right now. I can definitely tell the difference. When I'm lifting my leg, I'm not nearly working my inner thigh as much when my foot is just hanging out. So flexing is very important. Let's do 4 more. 4. and hover. 3 more times, lift, and then hover. 2 more times, lift. Good, hover. Once more, the leg pulls up and you hold it there. Now imagine you had a marker on the heel of your foot. You're going to draw circles, but the circle movement actually stems around your hip joint. So be mindful of that. Breathe steadily. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Reverse direction. Breath in, breath out. Core tight for 3, 2, 1. Pause, lift the leg as high as you can, hold it there for 3, a little bit higher than that, good. 2, a little bit higher, 1, good. Slowly take the leg to the floor. Once you have, straighten your body out again. Rest on your left arm if you're not there already. Reach your right arm to sky with palm faced forward, fingers spread and shoulder anchored in. This time we're going to point our toes and squeeze the legs together tightly as you inhale. Now lift up your head and lift up both legs on the exhale using your right side body strength, your waistline. And then come down on your inhale. Make sure that right arm does not move. So when you lift up, imagine there's a hook on that hand lifting you higher to the sky. Come down on your inhale. We'll do 4 more of these. 4. And lower. 3 more, lift. And lower. 2 more times, lift. Good, take it down. Once more, lifting, holding the lift. Flutter kick the legs, move nothing else. 3, 2, 1. And then rest again, release. All right, we are going to go to our other side. So however it's easiest for you, transition onto your right side body. Long line, stacked, hand to hip, elbow to sky. Push out through your heels. Your whole right side body, remember, pressed to the floor. Your top leg is hovered. It's inwardly rotated subtly, and you're looking straight ahead. Exhaling the leg, lifting, pushing through heel and engaging the core. Hover the leg when you inhale. Again. Good, hover. 4 more, 4. Good, hover. 3 more, make sure that leg doesn't roll open. Keep rolling it slightly in, just subtly. Hover on and inhale. Let's do 2 more. Lift. Hover. Once more, lifting leg up. And then taking it down about 1/3 of the way or half of the way so that the legs are shoulder width distance apart. So remember, only 4 of these. Really take your time. That bottom leg is really going to support you with this one. So breathing in, you're going to pull that left leg out in front of you as much as you can without the elbow shifting, and then point the toes to sweep back. So our upper body likes to rock in the opposing direction of where the leg is. So be mindful of that to quiet that down. Leg pulls in front of you. Breathe in. Point toes, sweep back. 2 more. Lot of abdominal strengthening here. For balance, point and reach back. Once more, push through your heel. Draw the leg out in front of you as much as you physically can, and then point the toes and sweep as far back as you can without the upper body shifting. And then bring the leg back in line with the rest of your body, and then gently lower the leg down. Clamshell next. Right forearm we prop onto. So remember, we push off the ground to lift out of the shoulder, right? Look how much space I've gotten. Look how much taller I'm getting, right? Pushing away. And again, that hammock of the ribs, pulling them in and up. Also notice all the space I have now underneath me. Bend your knees. Lift your feet up. Here comes our clamshell. Open that left knee to sky. Using your hip strength, activate and then close it back in. Again, open, close. Good. Always check it back in with your right side. We have a tendency when we start focusing on this, we start to lose that. Right? Open, close. 4 more. 4, close. 3 more. 2 more times. Open. Good. Release. Once more. Knee to sky. Come down now about 1/3 of the way and then pulse it from here. Good. 5, 4, 3, strong belly. 2, 1. Good. The legs come together, the feet come down, the legs stretch out. You rest on your right side again. Left knee to the floor in front of you. Take time here just to kind of tap it all out. Okay. All right, so we're going to move now to our right leg from underneath us. Left foot steps behind it. Angle out just a little bit with the right leg. Hand to hip, elbow to sky. Flexed foot, hovered, and externally rotated. On your exhale, lifting the leg through inner thigh strength and core. Hover on an inhale. Again, lift. And hover. Let's do 4 more of these. 4. And hover. 3 more. Hover 2 more times. Lift. Good. Hover once more. Leg lifts and you hold it there. Imagine now a marker on your heel. We draw circles. Keep breathing. Good. 3, 2, 1. Pausing. Reversing the direction. Inhale, exhale. 5, 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Lift the leg up and hold it for 3. Higher. 2. A little bit higher. 1. Good. And then slowly take that leg to the ground. Once it has, restack your body. Rest on your right arm, left arm to sky, palm forward, fingers spread, shoulders anchored, shoulder anchored in. Pointed toes, squeezed legs, inhale. Lift head, lift legs, exhale. Cinch that left side body in. Take it down on an inhale. Again, lifting and lowering. 4 more. 4. Good, and lower. Remember that bottom arm does no work here. It's relaxed. 3 more, lift. Good, take it down 2 more times. Lift. Good, lower. Once more. Head and legs come up. Stay lifted. Flutter, kick your legs. 3, keep lifted. 2, keep steady. 1. Good, and then gently take it all down to the ground. Once you have, let's roll onto our back side. Get another little stretch for the hips and the inner thighs. We're going to draw the knees to chest, soles of the feet then come together. Oh, there he is. If you caught him, you just caught his ear. The cat's, oh, there he is. Yep, yep, yep. Holding your feet, you want to pull the feet towards you while pushing the knees away from body. Oh, look at that little nose. Coming into that stretch. So breathing into hips and inner thighs. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Again, breath in. Breath out. One more time. Big breath in. When you exhale, let's go ahead and release the stretch and draw the legs together. So, got enough time. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do plank. I was going to do it. Sorry, guys. You guys are doing enough challenge planks. We're going to do a, kind of, not a variation, but a way to work the entire body through. Hollow rocks. Now, for some, I remember or recall having a bit of trouble keeping the back pressed and it just doesn't work for your body. That's totally fine. So if you're finding having your body fully extended isn't quite working, okay, I just want to make sure you guys can see me. The cat's like right in front from my angle. Anyway, legs out long. If you're finding that's too much, you can do this with a bend in your knees. It makes it a little bit easier, okay? I'm going to start with a bend in my knees so you can see. Arms are going to stretch overhead. Now, everything in your body is active, just like a plank. So your hands are not dead weighted, nor your arms. Reach those fingertips back. Plug those shoulders into their sockets. Shoulder blades down your backside. Take a breath in. Exhale, just hover everything off the ground. Arms back of head and legs, look down towards your thighs. And then take it down, breathe in. Super small lift, but really effective for your core. Exhale again. Good, take it back down, breathing in. Now, if you'd like, you can stretch out the legs and do this. Exhale, again, a small hover of arms back of head and legs. Take it down, breathing in. Again. And return. Let's do 2 more. Hollow rock, lift. Take it down, breathe in. 1 last time, hollow rock, lift. Hold the lift, don't hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, gently come down. Beautiful. Arms come out to T. 1 leg at a time, draw the knees to the chest. Lower your legs to the right while looking over left shoulder rotation. Good, let's slowly take it to the other side. Legs to left, looking over right shoulder. Big breaths in. Long breaths out. Good, 1 more breath in here. Firm up that belly, legs through center, head through center. Pause. Hands on the knees. Lift up the head, neck, and shoulders, eyes to your navel. Tuck yourself into a tight little ball. Try to maintain that tightness as you begin to rock forward and back. You're gonna start small, but then you're gonna use a bit of your core strength, contraction when you're rocking forward to increase the size. Increase the size until you can come all the way up to seated. It's kind of like rolling like a ball. Once you have cross-legged position, sits bones grounded, heart lifted, shoulders back, and ribs in. Arms beside you with palms facing the sky. Glad you made it to the end. Inhale the arms out wide, up high, the hands touch above, and exhale, you pull your hands to heart space. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep down, out and up. Exhale, pull within. We got this 1 more time. Breathing in, reaching up high. Ah, kitty. Exhale your hands to your heart space. Bring your chin to your chest, bow into yourself, head to heart, heart to head, closed eyes. Thank yourself in this space. You came here this afternoon, you showed up to the work, you did the practice, and you were mindful and connected. We were given this one body, really important that we listen to it, honor it, and respect it. So thank you guys for another wonderful practice. Enjoy this one. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you all so very much. I will see you guys next week. Enjoy.